Alright, might do a little bit of skipping around here just because I want to be able to show all the different things. And then at the very end, we'll do just a little bit of 3rd Avenue because this stroll is down first, but I want to make sure that I get a chance to show you just a small part of 3rd. So I wanted to quickly go through this park here. This place was put together a while ago, right here next to the river. Oh, and that was a footbridge across there. We were looking at bridge right there. Multiple layers. Little aspects, you can float down the river. If you go down a little ways near the Music Mart, there's a little drop-off point where you can start the float, and then down at Pioneer Park is a place where you can get out. So pretty fun little areas to do all these different things. I'm gonna go ahead and give you an outside view here of the park itself. We'll do one little quick video closer to that statue, but I wanted to get you here. Here you got our clock tower. And we won't walk through everybody here. We'll do one a little closer in a second. All right. The winter time, this is definitely not running, but all the way around here, different plaques that talk about all the families involved. All these different aspects about things that make Alaska special. Go all the way around, so you got something to come to Alaska and check out. Just summertime, so there's lots of people coming around, sitting in the park here. So now we're on First. Inside this little building right here, you can get audio headphones, and it gives you a historical walking tour. It goes kind of all over the place. It's definitely a fun one. Sorry about that. Actually, no one feels like I'm just recording without asking. I love these little things. Right. In our video, we walked down Second. Checked out one of these informational placards. these things. Possibly go across this. Oh, hold on. Should look down this way. So down here, we have a couple of flag bridges. There's this one, and then Barnett Street over there, which we'll pass here in a second. If you remember, another previous video, Daily News Miner over there, is another place that we went past. It's not from the other angle. Actually, worked out perfect. Oh, nice. So we got the Spring Hill Suites, and then from our walk to 2nd Avenue, this is the other side of the key bank. So a bit ago, but they really worked on this walkway here, putting up new fencing. Really helping to beautify this place up. And in Fairbanks, you're going to see these things all over the place. During the summertime, we don't have a lot of time for them to work on the streets and doing improvements. End up, because it's wintertime, which you'll be able to see a video of later on, there's just no way to do that. Even though I have seen it done, they put up giant tents and make things happen. Sometimes you just gotta make it work. So I don't know if that's a currently active boat rental. And then there's another city building where you can go and pay taxes, all sorts of other things. I'll try to give it a second so I'm not following this gentleman down the road here. Yeah. Downtown Fairbanks sign. You put in a few of these. Just seating, trash cans, fun little cutouts. So we got Bridgewater Hotel there. That's the riverboat. The Jade Boutique. these. All over Fairbanks. I'm a big fan. There's one in Pioneer Park. As well. Now, this little building on the corner here, I've talked about a bunch of times that one day it'd be fun to do something in there, but it looks like they're currently working on, I don't know if updating it or just putting in things, but I always thought that would be a really fun place to run some kind of business. Right here. Amongst downtown Fairbanks. There's the Elks Lodge down there. I don't know if there's a walk. I'll be able to show you that, but that's that yellow building over there. There's a little placard for it. Other than that, the post no trespassing, because house looks really nice. People might think that's part of a tour. Talk about blue. Oh, almost missed the salmon silhouettes. If you're a fish expert and I got that kind of wrong, sorry. There you go, job getting done, sourdough fuel. Something else that you learn about Fairbanks is that a lot of people have their hot water also hooked up to their boilers so it can be heated at the same time that their houses are. So, in the summertime, people still use heating fuel. Just still gotta take a shower. I wonder on this building is if all that stuff in the back was added on later, or if they just did it in two different types. It's Alaska. Sometimes you run out of material and you just change up and you finish the house. Or it could be an added on later thing. Dog sleds. Isn't that something? That's a building for a chiropractic clinic. Walking 2nd Avenue, it's down the other side, so we didn't actually get to see that. Right. Cute little hidden away house. Go. Raw Energy Solutions. Because that's being careful in the way that you burn firewood to put out as little emission as possible. Burn nice, dry wood. One that burns better, but also burns so much cleaner. So they gotta have places like this where they actually dry out the wood and make it easier to use. That's where everybody starts. Crazy. To be really fair, I've driven by this building so many times, I actually do not know what it is. Keeping the grass green. Just a couple of houses. Water treatment plant. Now, water makes even more sense. Ooh, we're gonna get rained on. Walking wide. Suede shoes on. Looks like a house you'd see in Arizona. Very fair. I've only been there a couple of times. So. Another one of those flat roofs. Winter time, always make sure to shovel those off. Things start growing in Alaska, they grow fast. That's a pretty solid looking fence. Oh, and if you're watching this video, goodness sakes, if you've lived in one of these houses, I'd love to hear about it. Now, very specific spot I'm going to get to here is one of the original theaters in Fairbanks, just down the street here. Showing the care for the environment. And that natural fence. There's a house back there. That building you can see in the background, that's actually the Alaskan Railroad, one of its buildings. Cute Alaskan house. Flat roof. Yeah, we shovel the snow. I've actually seen people up on top of those flat roofs with a snowblower, clearing it off. Pretty fun. So, following on the map, just passing Grant Street. Have to make sure I pick some nice music to go along with this walk. Could just let it be and let the sounds of the road be what we're hearing. I won't do that. condo area. Been through a few of those condos. Riverview Villas. You see as the river's running, it can pull away some of the ground from underneath. I've actually seen going down the river before where it was literally almost like a rug was hanging off the side with trees in it. So the trees were growing sideways. Just occurred to me also, I've mentioned it before, you actually put into the river way back on Nordale, North Pole, and float all the way down here as well. But if you're gonna float that long, just know it's gonna be a long time. Seen people floating down with air mattresses and coolers. Could be a lot of fun. Those log homes, it's especially important to have some kind of place for the air to exchange so that it doesn't go around the doors and windows. Mechanical Contractors Association. Let's get one of those things I've seen but never actually checked out what it was. Here we are. Riverfront Theater. Yeah, honestly. The actual, it's like right here in the front, that's like the welcoming area and the theaters right there in the back. It's pretty awesome. Well, you stayed all the way to this point. Thank you so much for joining me for this walk. And as promised, I'm not going to record the whole way, but I'm going to go and show you that small section of 3rd where all those shops are at. All right, so there's my inability to see things. Aurora Energy, that's what this red building is. I don't know what it does, but matches up with energy. All right, as promised, here's 3rd Avenue. It's our first business here. Like there's books, apparel, home accents, artwork. Right here. And then we have the Bon Thai restaurant. We got some physical therapy. Do a quick cross over the road. Beyond Birch. And here, we're back into the Co-op Plaza. Get you a view of all the places in there. It's pretty awesome. And then, one of my wife's favorite place, Soba. Moldovan cuisine. And just for flow, see, back into the El Dorado. Downtown Hostel and the Creepery. Now when you look at our 2nd Avenue, you know where we're at. All right, thanks for joining me in this video.